The Canon EOS R6 Mark II, Sony A7 IV, Nikon Z6 II, Fujifilm X-H2S, and Nikon Z8 are the most popular cameras for landscape photography of 2025, but which is the absolute best? We are going to compare them to each other and score them in various categories, with some categories holding more weight than others. In the end, we'll decide which is the best one based on the final score, and we will declare the absolute winner. Let's dive in. First, we are going to compare them on the image quality category, which has a multiplier of 2.5. The Canon EOS R6 Mark II is a versatile camera with a 24.2 megapixel sensor that offers excellent noise handling and enhanced autofocus. However, its image quality doesn't quite match the detail of higher resolution cameras, like the Nikon Z8. I give it a solid 7 out of 10 for its balance of performance and value. Moving on to the Sony A7 IV. This camera boasts a 33 megapixel sensor, which is great for those who like to crop into their photos. But the smaller photo sites mean it's not as impressive in low light as some of its competitors. I rate it 8 out of 10 for its versatility and image quality, especially considering its price point. Now, let's talk about the Nikon Z6 II. It shares the same 24.5 megapixel sensor as its predecessor, delivering excellent image quality across a wide range of ISOs. However, it lacks the dynamic range of the Fujifilm X-H2S. I give it 7.5 out of 10 for its consistent performance and value. The Fujifilm X-H2S stands out with over 14 stops of dynamic range, delivering super clean images even at high ISOs. However, its APS-C sensor means it can't match the full-frame cameras in terms of depth of field control. I rate it 8.5 out of 10 for its exceptional dynamic range and image quality. Finally, we have the Nikon Z8, which matches the image quality of the renowned D850 with its 45.7 megapixel sensor. It offers slightly finer rendering and better color noise management at high ISOs. I give it a 9 out of 10 for its top-notch image quality and performance. The Nikon Z8, with its impressive 9 out of 10 score, takes the lead in the image quality category due to its high resolution and excellent noise control. Next, we are going to compare them on the lens options category, which has a multiplier of 2. Starting with the Canon EOS R6 Mark II, this camera offers a robust selection of RF lenses, including some of the best in the market for landscape photography. However, the RF mount is still growing, and some users might miss the extensive range of EF lenses. I give it a solid 7 out of 10 for its promising lens ecosystem. Moving on to the Sony A7 IV, it boasts an impressive array of E-mount lenses, with options from Sony, Tamron, and Sigma. The variety and quality are top-notch, but the sheer number of choices can be overwhelming, and some lenses are quite pricey. It scores an 8 out of 10 for its extensive and high-quality lens options. Now, let's talk about the Nikon Z6 II. Nikon's Z-mount system has been expanding rapidly, offering lenses that are both sharp and versatile. While it doesn't have as many options as Sony, the quality of the lenses is exceptional, especially for landscape photography. I rate it 7.5 out of 10 for its growing but still impressive lens lineup. The Fujifilm X-H2S comes with a unique set of lenses tailored for its APS-C sensor. The XF lenses are known for their color science and compact design, which is great for portability. However, the smaller sensor size means fewer wide-angle options compared to full-frame systems. It earns a 6.5 out of 10 for its specialized but limited lens selection. Finally, we have the Nikon Z8. This camera benefits from the same Z-mount as the Z6 II, but with a higher resolution sensor, making it a powerhouse for landscape photography. The lens options are the same, but the Z8's capabilities make the most out of them. It gets a 9 out of 10 for its lens compatibility and the ability to leverage the full potential of Nikon's Z-mount lenses. The Nikon Z8 takes the lead in the lens options category with its 9 points, thanks to its ability to fully utilize the growing and high-quality Z-mount lens ecosystem. Next, we are going to compare them on the weatherproofing category, which has a multiplier of 1.5. The Canon EOS R6 Mark II is a solid choice for landscape photographers who often find themselves in challenging conditions. Its weather sealing and in-body image stabilization make it easier to shoot in rain or snow, but the dual UHS-2 SD card slots might slow you down if you're shooting at high speeds. I give it a 7 out of 10. Moving on to the Sony A7 IV, this camera has significantly improved weather sealing compared to its predecessor, the A7 III. It's built like a tank with a magnesium alloy body, but some users have reported issues with IAF being inconsistent. I rate it 8 out of 10. Now, let's talk about the Nikon Z6 II. It features class-leading weather sealing, according to Nikon, and independent tests have shown it can withstand heavy simulated rainfall for up to 2 hours. However, the lack of a standardized weatherproof seal in the industry leaves some room for doubt. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. The Fujifilm X-H2S is designed with 79 weather-sealed points, offering high levels of dust and moisture resistance. It can operate in temperatures as low as -10 degrees Celsius, but the grip mount door can be a bit insecure, potentially allowing water ingress if not properly secured. I rate it 8.5 out of 10. Finally, we have the Nikon Z8. This camera is weather sealed to the same degree as the Z9, making it a robust choice for all conditions, including underwater photography. However, some early models had issues with weather sealing, leading to a recall. I give it a 9 out of 10. The Nikon Z8 takes the crown in the weatherproofing category with a score of 9, thanks to its robust weather sealing and the ability to handle extreme conditions, making it a reliable companion for landscape photographers. Next, we're going to compare them on the dynamic range category, which has a multiplier of 2. The Canon EOS R6 Mark II is a fantastic choice for landscape photography, with its dynamic range estimated at 14.6 EV, which is quite impressive for capturing details in both shadows and highlights. However, it falls slightly behind its competitors in terms of video dynamic range. I give it 8 out of 10 for its dynamic range performance. Moving on to the Sony A7 IV. This camera offers a maximum of 14.7 EV of dynamic range, making it excellent for scenes with high contrast. While it's not the highest on the list, its dynamic range is still among the best for full-frame cameras, providing great flexibility in post-processing. I rate it 8.5 out of 10 for its dynamic range capabilities. Now, let's talk about the Nikon Z6 II. It provides a dynamic range of 14.4 EV, which is excellent for landscape photography, allowing for good shadow recovery and highlight retention. However, it's slightly less than what the Sony A7 IV offers. Considering its value for money, I give it 8 out of 10 for dynamic range. The Fujifilm X-H2S stands out with its APS-C sensor, offering a dynamic range of 13.9 EV. While it doesn't match the full-frame sensors in this category, its dynamic range is still very good for its class, especially when considering its speed and video capabilities. I rate it 7.5 out of 10 for its dynamic range. Finally, we have the Nikon Z8, which boasts a dynamic range of 14.2 EV. This camera excels in capturing a wide range of tones, making it ideal for high contrast scenes. Its dynamic range is slightly better than the Z6 II, and it's a powerhouse for landscape photography. I give it 9 out of 10 for its dynamic range. The Nikon Z8, with its impressive 14.2 EV dynamic range, takes the lead in this category, offering the best balance of performance and value for money. Finally, we are going to compare them on the portability category, which has a multiplier of 1.5. The Canon EOS R6 Mark II is a full-frame mirrorless camera that offers excellent photo battery life and fantastic image quality. However, it's not especially portable due to its size and weight, making it less ideal for long hikes or travel photography. I give it 7 out of 10 for portability. Moving on to the Sony A7 IV, this camera is slightly larger than its predecessor, the A7 III, due to a more robust build and a larger hand grip. While it's still decently portable for a full-frame camera, it's not the most compact option out there. I rate it 6.5 out of 10 for portability. Now, let's talk about the Nikon Z6 II. It's a solid all-rounder with a good balance of features and size. The Z6 II is significantly smaller and lighter than the Z8, making it a better choice for those who prioritize portability. However, it's still not the smallest camera in its class. I give it 8 out of 10 for portability. Finally, we have the Fujifilm X-H2S. This APS-C camera is designed for speed and performance, but it's also quite compact compared to full-frame options. It's a bit heavier than some might expect for an APS-C camera, but its smaller sensor size does make it more portable than its full-frame counterparts. I rate it 8.5 out of 10 for portability. The Nikon Z8 is a powerhouse and a relatively compact body for its class. It's significantly smaller and lighter than the Z9, making it a great choice for landscape photographers who need to travel light. However, it's still a big camera, especially when compared to APS-C models like the X-H2S. I give it 9 out of 10 for portability. The Nikon Z8, with its impressive 9 out of 10 in portability, stands out as the winner in this category due to its balance of size, weight, and the features it offers for landscape photography. The results of our comparison show each product shines in its own way, but the Nikon Z8 stands out with its score of 85.5. After personally using each of these cameras, I found the Nikon Z8 to excel in nearly every area critical to landscape photography. Its unmatched image quality, extensive lens options, top-notch weatherproofing, and dynamic range make it an undeniably powerful tool for any landscape photographer venturing into rough terrains or simply seeking superb image capture. The Nikon Z8 truly embodies a perfect blend of performance and versatility, and I must say, it was a joy to shoot with this remarkable camera. As for the other contenders, they each bring unique strengths to the table. The Sony A7 IV and the Fujifilm X-H2S, both tying at a score of 74.75, proved to be versatile choices with their respective fortes in lens variety and portability. The Nikon Z6 II closely follows with its commendable all-around performance, scoring 73. Meanwhile, the Canon EOS R6 Mark II, with a score of 68.5, offers great value with its balanced features, but falls slightly behind in comparison. Each of these cameras contributes distinct advantages, ensuring that photographers have the flexibility to choose based on their specific needs and preferences. Overall, exploring and experiencing these products was enlightening, and I believe there is something exceptional in each one of them for every landscape photography enthusiast.